Hello and welcome back. My name is Aurelia Winn. I am an author, publisher, and the CEO and founder of Winn Publications. If this is your first time seeing me, hello and welcome to Book Formatting with Winn Publications. Whether you're a seasoned author or you're working on your first book project, understanding the details of book formatting is essential for creating a professional and engaging publication. So, in this presentation, we'll explore the importance of professional formatting. We'll address common struggles faced by indie authors, and we'll provide valuable insight into best practices and tools for effective book layout. Join me as we dive into the world of book formatting and learn how Winn Publications can help you bring your book to life with style and precision. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So in this video, authors will be provided with comprehensive insights into book formatting. I'll be covering essential tips and debunking common myths and comparing tools like InDesign and Canva. By the end, you'll gain a clear understanding of professional book formatting practices and know the benefits of working with Winn Publications. First, let's play a quick game of this or that, and you tell me which one you prefer when it comes to book formatting. Do you prefer this, spending hours on formatting instead of focusing on writing and marketing, dealing with complex software and struggling with formatting issues, working through the difficulty of achieving professional and cohesive book design, lacking expertise in typography, layout, and graphic design, like many other authors who struggle with formatting their book? Is that what you would prefer? Or or do you prefer to hire professional book formatter like Winn Publications, who has an efficient turnaround time with streamlined book formatting services to save authors valuable time, expert guidance to ensure that your book looks so good? What's it going to be? While cost and lack of trust may hold some back, partnering with book formatting professionals like Winn Publications saves time and eliminates common struggles faced by indie authors. Now, if I were you, I would invest in your book's success and streamline your publishing journey today. However, because I am an options girly, I have structured Winn Publications to give authors options, and this video is no different. Keep watching or use the chapters listed below to skip to the next segment. If you're not interested in Winn Publications formatting your next book, as the next section is about our services. Here's a look at Winn Publications book formatting service. Here you can find all of the details that you need to get started, including reviews from Fiverr, as well as details on the process and just the different book formatting packages, offering everything from correcting your formatted book to offering some additional services to help you along with your book formatting process. Visit Winn Publications today to get started. That's winnpublications.com. So, Here are 10 tips, Q&A style, about book formatting. These questions were generated from previous clients and from research that I've done when it comes to book formatting. If you have any other questions, do not hesitate to reach out. I would love to answer them for you. Otherwise, stick around. You don't want to miss these. Question number 1. How do you set up margins in page layout? Easy. Use standard settings for print books and adjust the layout based on the book size and trim dimensions. The example of 1 inch is just an example. It really depends on the size of your book and where you're publishing it. What font styles and sizes work best for books? Well, don't get too crazy or too creative with your font choice. Choose readable serif fonts like Times New Roman, Garamond for body text, and use fonts around 10 to 12 point for body text and slightly larger for headings. Anything that is above, I believe it's a 14 or 15 point font, is considered large text. And so just keep that in mind and keep also your target audience in mind when you're choosing your font size. How do you handle headers, footers, and page numbering? Well, you're going to want to include consistent headers with either the book title and chapter section or name, or even your name or the author name can go in the header as well. You can add footers with your page numbers aligned appropriately, whether it be centered or aligned to the outside. In some cases, I've even had authors ask to put the page numbers in the header with either the chapter name or the book name or their name, and that works too. This is where you really have a choice and a preference. And so make sure that you think about that, whether you're going to format the book yourself or you are going to work with a formatter. So, what are considerations for images and graphics in a book, especially children's books? Children's book authors, listen up. Ensure that the images are high resolution and relevant to the content. High resolution is going to be 300 dpi. In another video, if you would like, I can show you how to make sure that your image is high quality. If you are working with an illustrator, you can ask them and double check and make sure that the illustration that they are working with you on is 300 dpi. No higher than 600 dpi, for that is extremely high resolution and it doesn't need to be that way. Also, make sure that you position your images effectively within text and maintain consistent style. Consistency, consistency, consistency when it comes to laying out your book is going to ensure that it looks professional. Next question. How do you manage headings and subheadings? Okay, well, you're going to want to make sure that you use a clear hierarchy with consistent formatting. And this would be a good time for me to tell you about style sheets. Make sure that you create a style sheet, whether it be for yourself or whether it be for your book formatter. And so if you have subtitles that you know, be sure that either in your manuscript they're already bolded or they're already italicized, and make sure that the person that you're working with or that you remember yourself to bold chapter titles or subheadings and ensure that everything is consistent in the way that it looks and the way that it's formatted. Also, number chapters in order and maintain spacing consistency. And so some chapters can start in the middle of the page. Some chapters start more towards the top of the page. Again, this is a preference and a style, so make sure that you have it documented, especially if you're working with somebody else, and especially if you plan on working it yourself and taking breaks in between. What is the optimal line spacing for a paragraph and formatting? Use about a 1.5 or double spacing for readability. And InDesign, it would be about 16.5 to 18.5 spacing. And so keep that in mind. Also, indent paragraphs or use block formatting as per style guidelines. So when it comes to book formatting, there are standards as with book publishing. One thing that self-publishing authors often get a bad rap for is not knowing the standards and not following them, and therefore having unprofessional looking books. Don't let that be you. So, how do you create consistent styles for headings and body text? Good question. Well, you define your styles in formatting software like InDesign for consistent application. There is a way for you to go ahead and create styles, paragraph styles for each thing. So for your chapter titles, for your subheadings, for the body paragraphs, there is a way to do that in InDesign. The main thing is you're going to want to maintain uniformity in font, size, color, and spacing across heading and body text. So what are the guidelines for front matter and back matter? Good question. So you're going to include essential front matter like the title page, the copyright page, and sometimes table of contents, which depending on your type of book and the genre of your book, you may or may not need a table of contents. And also depending on the number of chapters that you have, a table of contents might not be needed or necessary. And so those are some of the things that would be included and essential in your front matter. And then back matter would be acknowledgments, author bio, appendices, index. Any advertisement pages would go in the back. Some authors have included their acknowledgments towards the front. That's okay. Again, it's about preference. And so you can keep that in mind as well. So, how do you prepare a manuscript for ebook conversion? Good question. So, format your manuscript for digital platforms. You can use, if you are savvy with programming, you can use HTML. However, KDP, Kindle Direct Publishing, they do have a program that will um, that will help you format your book for you. Otherwise, using InDesign is a great way to format your manuscript for an ebook. And so keep that in mind. You're going to also want to optimize your images and your text for electronic devices and varying screen sizes. And so if you're using like I don't know, a fancy font style for your headings or anything like that, keep in mind that sometimes those do not convert well to the ebook. And so if you're also doing like drop caps, things like that, those do not format well, or those do not translate well into an ebook. Last question. What are the key steps for proofreading and finalizing the formatted book? Yes, if you did not know, you absolutely should proofread the formatted book. Conduct a thorough proofreading for typos, grammatical errors, and formatting inconsistencies. If I were you, I would order a proof copy of the book once it's been formatted and go through and proofread it that way. So that way you can see it in your hands and you can catch it as you are reading your book again. You're going to want to review the layout, design elements, and overall presentation before hitting publish on your book. Now, if you have any more questions, here's a resource, ibpaonline.org. They have a list of book formatting standards. You can check them out. Also, if you are wanting more details on how to create a book in InDesign, visit youtube.com/ at Miss Winn _ and search how to create a book in InDesign playlist. And I have already gave you all the details. I tell you how to do it for print and for ebook. So make sure that you check that out. I will leave the link in the description below. Okay, so there's just a couple of myths and facts that I wanted to get into. Myth: book formatting is only about aesthetics. That is false. The fact is, proper formatting enhances readability and professionalism. If people are not reading your book, chances are because it does not look professional and it's actually distracting the reader. Myth: Canva is sufficient for professional book formatting. This is false. InDesign actually offers advanced tools and flexibility for complex book layouts, which let's get into this some more. So, formatting with Canva versus InDesign. Let's talk about Canva first. So, Canva is user friendly. It's a graphic design tool with pre designed templates. It is suitable for simple book layouts, especially for ebooks and just digital content. The limited customization options compared to professional desktop publishing software is either make it or break it for some authors, but it is ideal for authors who are looking for a quick and easy DIY approach to book formatting. I've seen authors use Canva specifically for children's books when they're formatting their children's books and taking the illustrations and wanting to format them into a book. Oftentimes I've seen authors use Canva for that, and I mean, go for it. Then formatting with InDesign. For me, Adobe InDesign is a powerful desktop publishing software designed for complex layouts and even simple layouts, honestly. It offers advanced tools for precise control over typography, layout, and design elements. It's ideal for professional book formatting, including books with intricate layouts. It does require a learning curve, but it does provide a unmatched flexibility and customization, and that's why I love it. But it also does come with I believe it's like $55 a month subscription. That's for the full creative suite. If you just get Adobe InDesign, I believe it's like $20 or $30 a month for that program. And then just some additional notes on formatting with other tools like Microsoft Word. Microsoft Word is widely used for basic formatting, including manuscript preparation. And so keep that in mind. It can be suitable for simple book layouts, but it does lack advanced typographic and layout features. So many challenges can arise with complex book designs or large projects requiring consistency. Consider using Word for manuscript drafting and basic formatting before refining in InDesign for professional publishing. So just basically when comparing Canva, InDesign, and other tools like Microsoft Word for book formatting, it's important to consider the complexity of your book project, your desired level of customization, and professional quality standards, also your budget. While Canva and Word offer accessibility and simplicity, InDesign stands out for its robust features, its suitability for professional publishing needs as well. Bottom line, choose a tool that best aligns with your project goals and publishing aspirations. So we've reached the end, but I want to just nail it in even further and give you the 7 key takeaways. One, professional formatting matters. Two, save time and effort when you book a book formatting professional like Winn Publications. Address common struggles. Know that there are struggles when it comes to book formatting, and you are not alone. Choose the right tools. Figure out what's going to work for you if you are going to DIY. Invest in quality. If you are just struggling and you're not getting it, invest in help. Invest in a professional book formatting. It's an investment to make sure in the readability and markability of your book, ensuring a positive experience for readers. Number six, follow best practices. Get hip to what the book formatting standards are and make sure that you are following them closely. And lastly, prepare for publishing. Properly formatted books are essential for a successful publishing experience, and they will impact the success of your book. Now, do not hesitate to contact us. If you are interested in exploring our services further, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. I would love to help you. That is all for today. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next episode of A Pathway to Publishing. My name is Aurelia, and I'll see you next time.